Are you ready to learn how you can create a powerful personal brand for real estate? And make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to be sharing information on how you can get access to our social media content platform for free. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate agent and a global team leader at eXp Realty. I'm based in Toronto, and I'm also the co-founder of a social media content platform called kvCORE, which I'll share more information with you at the end of the video. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button and hit the notification bell to get updates on new content. And make sure you stay engaged in the comment section below. Today, we're going to go through it step by step of how to create a compelling brand strategy. And for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a marketer turned real estate agent. I worked in marketing consulting for the past 10 years, and every single year, I would work on initiatives and events, and I would be creating marketing plans and campaigns for over 200 initiatives. And this led me to share some of my experience and expertise with the real estate industries when I transferred to becoming a real estate agent and a team leader. And one of the important things that I learned all these years is that when people think about a brand, they often associate with a brand to a logo or look and feel and the colors that they're choosing. But a brand is much more than that. And before you think about personal branding, you need to understand what a brand is. A brand is actually a business concept. It's a promise that you'll be making to your audience and to the people that you'll be serving. And a brand has a lot to do with your values and less to do with your logos and your look and feel. And this is why it's so important that when you're thinking about building a powerful personal brand, you want to think about brand positioning. And as real estate agent, we're going to be personal branding ourselves as the real estate agents. First and foremost, you want to start thinking about purpose. And your purpose is your why. And this is where you want to dig deep into the reasoning for everything that you do. A lot of the time when I sit with some of my real estate agents and I'm talking to them about their goal setting, and they're a bit confused as to their aspirational goals and their visioning, and it's to do with their why isn't deep enough, or they don't truly understand the reasoning as to why they're in this business. And this is where you want to dig deep into your passions and figure out exactly why you got into this business. And my biggest recommendation for you, if you're someone who's confused as to your why, because trust me, everything that you do with your personal brand has to do with your purpose. And this is what's going to keep you moving forward, especially when there's setback. And I believe this is the most important aspect of personal branding. Once again, if you're someone who's confused about your why, my recommendation would be to read a book called Man's Search for Meaning. I'll make sure to put it in the description below. It's by Viktor Frankl. And we're going to be actually reading that book in our book club for real estate agent, which I'll make sure to add the link to in our description below as well. So make sure you join our Facebook group. So next step in brand positioning is vision and mission. Now you want to think about where you want to head to on an aspirational level and how you're going to get there through that mission statement. And once you've done that, you're going to start gathering some words of what you represent and your values are. And these values has everything to do with who you are as a person and what you want the brand to represent. For example, some of my brand values are excellence, quality, respect, optimism, and more. The next step is super crucial to your personal branding process, and is to define your audience. And of course, as a real estate agent, you're thinking, well, everyone is my audience. But it's super important that you break down exactly what you're good at and who you're going to be serving on a primary and a secondary level. And this will make a lot of sense as we go through the full process. Why this is important is the moment you determine who your primary and second audiences are, it's going to help you stay concentrated and more focused on the type of content that you're delivering. Next step is creating a SWOT analysis. And this is actually one of the most important things that I recommend to all my real estate agents is to do a SWOT analysis to determine and to figure out who they are, what their strengths are, and their weakness. Because the moment you understand more about yourself, you're going to figure out how you can get the right resources to take you to the next level. And this helps me understand them as a team leader as well, so that I can help achieve their goals. Because once you determine your strength, it helps you understand and gain competitive advantage in the industry. And identifying and improving your weakness also helps you identify your opportunities for growth. And understanding external threats and entrepreneurial risk are also very important, because this helps you understand that there's things that are out of your hand and there's things that you can help plan for and mitigate in the future. And overall, I believe a SWOT analysis helps you stay motivated and understand who you are as a brand and your potential for growth. The next step is brand messaging. This is where your brand is going to come to life. Through who you are as a person offline on a private level, you're going to bring that to the forefront where people are able to see you on a public level. And remember to stay authentic and consistent in this process. And this is where you want to stay consistent with the voice and tone of the content that you're publishing. This is why key messages and taglines are super important when building your brand. This allows the audience to get to know you. The more content you put out on a repetitive level, you remain top of mind. And this is why it's super important in this competitive market. You want to make sure that your audience sees you, and that through these key messages, your uniqueness, your unique value proposition is seen through and is delivered. Next, I want to talk about is visual identity. This is where you want to start thinking about logo, typography, the type of fonts you're going to be using, colors or imagery that are going to be associated with your brand. And this is where I highly recommend that you put together a brand style sheet, which identify your brand colors, your logos, and the fonts that you're going to be using, because you want to be consistent in the content that you're publishing. Again, not only from a copy level, but you want all of your content to look and feel the same way. And if you need any help with putting together a brand style sheet, make sure you get in contact with me. My company does specialize in this. And another really important aspect to visual identity is when you're choosing the right colors for your brand. Remember, there's a color psychology around what a lot of the colors represent, which is why a lot of major brands do a lot of extensive research as to who their audiences are and what colors they want to associate the brand with. And while we start to wrap this up, some of the things that I want you to consider when you're thinking about creating a personal brand and a brand strategy. Remember, this is personal branding, so it's all about you, your story, and you want to make sure your narrative is seen through, which is why in a lot of my content I talk about the fact that I'm a mom, so that I'm able to work with clients who are also parents, which helps me relate to them, helping build that know, like, trust factor. Another way to really connect with the audience would be to stay focused with some of the content that you're delivering. For example, if you're a real estate investor, then you can be putting out content that's to do with investing, so that you're sharing experiences from a level that you understand as well, and some of your own experience, so that they're able to relate to you. And lastly, a lot of the real estate agents, what they struggle with is consistency and remaining consistent with the content that they're publishing. So one of the big tidbit that I use is every time I'm about to publish a content or a post something, that I look at my post and I ask, what is this post trying to accomplish? What is the purpose that it's trying to serve? And if it doesn't relate to your higher mission and values and your purpose, don't post it. It's not worth it. Remember, like the great Brian Tracy would say, everything counts. Everything that you do in your business would either help you build and create your brand, or it will help weaken and destroy your brand. So make sure you are thoughtful about all of the content that you're publishing. And thank you so much for staying to the end. I want to give you access to kvCORE, which is our social media content platform for real estate agent, which helps you put your social media on autopilot. This is where all of your content, from everything from a strategy, template, caption, hashtag, everything is done for you, taking 2 to 4 hours out of your day every single day to take your social media following into leads. Make sure you comment down below for a free 7-day trial of kvCORE. If you're a real estate agent and you're looking to partner with me, you can find the Calendly link in the description below. I'd love to meet with you and help take your business to the next level. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam, real estate agent and a global team leader at eXp Realty and co-founder of kvCORE Social. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.